If you are like me, your word is everything. You believe in keeping promises. It's all about trust. If I say I'm going to be somewhere, I show up. If I say I'm going to do something, I do it. And if I tell you something is your choice, I accept your decision. But not everybody thinks this way. There are those who don't believe in keeping promises. People like those at the Natural Environment Research Council. What a bunch of jerks. Well, hello there, Old Man Kelly here, Jeff to my friends, and you can call me Jeff. So today I'm going to tell you the tale of Boaty McBoatface. What is Boaty McBoatface? This is Boaty. But if there was any justice in the world, Boaty would have looked like this. Our story begins in 2016. A new approximately $300 million, 129-meter long, 15,000-ton icebreaker, the largest and most advanced British research vessel to date, was being built. It was to be a scientific vessel to study ice sheets, ocean currents, and marine life as part of the Cambridge-based Scientific Antarctic Survey. In other words, it was a ship built to do science in the cold. So as a publicity thing, the NERC invited the public to name the ship. They were looking for something inspirational, such as an historic figure or a landmark. Council Chief Executive Professor Duncan Wiggum said, "We are excited to hear what the public have to suggest, and we are really open to new ideas." Yeah, right. So on March 17th, 2016, internet voting began. All was going well until a former BBC radio host, James Hand, got involved. He said, 90% of the entries at that point were really quite funny, so I thought, I'll throw one into the ring and just see what happens. The name he suggested was the legendary Boaty McBoatface. Some of the other names that were suggested were things like, It's Bloody Cold Out Here, What Iceberg, Captain Haddock, Clifford the Big Red Boat, I Like Big Boats and I Cannot Lie, and Big Metal Floaty Thingy Thing. Suddenly there were a ton of votes through the internet website being cast for James Hand's suggestion. In fact, the flood of votes was so much that it caused the server to crash. At that time, Boaty McBoatface was winning by 8,000 votes, and James Hand actually apologized for this on Twitter. But it was too late. The public had spoken. The new research vessel was to be named Boaty McBoatface. It was a runaway winner with 124,109 votes. The second most popular choice was Poppy May, which had 34,371 votes. Poppy May, by the way, was a 1-year-old child who unfortunately died of a brain tumor. James Hand, who had originally apologized for the name, soon tweeted this: "My apologies for #Boaty McBoatface was in the most British sense. I stand by it as being a brilliant name." But the Natural Environmental Research Council, in my opinion, went back on a promise and used a loophole in their rules that gave them the right to change the results. Apparently, in the rules, it stated that the vote was advisory and the name will be decided by the council. Fine print, am I right, folks? One can only wonder if this name was actually in the rules before the results were published, or was it changed later? But I'm not here to start a conspiracy. So they gave the boat the name the RRS David Attenborough. Yes, David Attenborough, that guy from Jurassic Park. What? Are you sure? Well, apparently his brother Richard Attenborough played John Hammond in Jurassic Park. David was, or is, an English broadcaster and natural historian who's done all types of amazing things. But the fact is, he finished 5th in the voting with only like 9% of the votes. So to make the public happy, they named this Boaty McBoatface, an autonomous underwater vehicle. Wow, not quite the same. The ship captured the imagination of millions, which is why we're ensuring that the Boaty name lives on through this subsea vehicle that will support the research crew. UK Science Minister Joe Johnson said in a statement. He added, The public provided some truly inspirational and creative names, and while it was a difficult decision, I'm delighted that our state-of-the-art polar research ship will be named after one of the nation's most cherished broadcasters and natural scientists. Of course, Sir David Attenborough said he was truly honored by the decision. Oh yeah, this dude has already been honored with a knighthood by the Queen, so does he really need a boat named after him? Maybe it was all a scam. Maybe they were going to name it after Attenborough all along, and this was just a gimmick to get the public interested. But again, I'm not here to start a conspiracy theory. So that's why people don't trust scientists. Just think about it. How many people would pay attention to the scientific advancements discovered on a ship named Boaty McBoatface? So there you have it, people. Democracy is given the middle finger once again. Just another example of how the opinion of Joe Sixpack doesn't mean a thing to the fat cats in Washington. Okay, I'm not stupid. I know this was in England and it was the NERC, but you know what I mean. Well, ever since this was announced, I've been calling this dude Sir Boaty McBoatface. It serves him right. On the brighter side, a Swedish train was named Trainy McTrainface in a tribute to Boaty McBoatface. And there was also a racehorse called Horsey McHorseface and a ferry called Ferry McFerryface. So the bottom line is, scientists take themselves way too seriously, don't they? I mean, here they had a chance to tell the world that they're not all stuffed shirts, that they don't think they're better than the rest of us, that they don't take themselves all that seriously and they have a sense of humor. But no, science is serious and we need a serious name for our boat. Can science be done better on the RRS David Attenborough than it can be done on the RSS Boaty McBoatface? Lighten up, scientists. I read somewhere, and I forget where, that the author imagined what would happen if the ship sank and all aboard were killed. They imagined newscasters trying to keep a straight face as they tell us all hands were drowned aboard the RRS Boaty McBoatface. Well, this is Old Man Kelly. Thanks for watching.